Jasper and Luna's Stormy Adventure. Jasper and Luna were two tiny kittens who loved their warm, cozy basket more than anything. Curled up against their mother, they listened to her soft purrs, feeling safe and sleepy. The world outside was just a distant rumble. But then, a loud crack of thunder shook the house. Jasper's ears twitched. A flash of lightning lit up the garden, revealing a beautiful white moth dancing by the window. Forgetting their sleepiness, the two kittens crept towards the slightly open door, their eyes wide with wonder. They pounced out into the garden after the moth, but a sudden gust of wind slammed the door shut behind them with a click. The moth flew away, and the rain began to fall, cold and heavy. They were alone in the dark, and their home was gone. "We have to find Mom," Jasper meowed, trying to sound brave for his little sister. They padded onto the glistening street. Giant, roaring monsters with bright, blinding eyes rushed past them. Jasper bravely shielded Luna, guiding her across the wet, dark pavement. Soaked and shivering, they found shelter in a dark alley. The world was loud and scary. Luna let out a tiny, sad whimper. Jasper nudged her gently with his head. "Don't worry," he whispered. "I'm here. We'll find her." As Jasper comforted his sister, Luna's eyes caught a familiar sight. Through the rain, on a windowsill far away, was a bright red flower pot, their mother's favorite. A tiny spark of hope ignited in her chest. "Jasper, look," she squeaked. With new energy, they raced towards the light. They scrambled around a puddle that looked as big as a lake, their little paws splashing in the cold water. The house with the red flower pot grew closer and closer. They finally reached the front door. It was huge. They stood on the mat, soaked and tired, and meowed with all their might. Their little cries were barely whispers against the sound of the storm. Suddenly, a warm, golden light spilled out as the door swung open. Their mother stood there, her eyes wide with worry and relief. She scooped Jasper up in a loving embrace, purring loudly and beginning to groom his wet fur. Soon, they were all back inside their warm, cozy basket, tucked safely between their mother's paws. Jasper and Luna listened to the rain outside. It didn't sound scary anymore. It sounded like a lullaby, because they were finally home.